Today, we're going to dive into a day in the life at recruit training so that you understand what to expect, starting with a 05 Reveille. Reveille is where they play Reveille, which is you get the idea, right? You've all heard it. Point being, 05 Reveille sounds, you're up. You're out of the rack as fast as humanly possible. From 05 to 05:30 is hygiene. That's shaving your face, shower shave as we call it. You're going to use the restroom, you're going to shave. You probably don't have to shower this time when you first get up, but you're going to get ready. You're going to make your bed maybe 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 times at the beginning of training before you guys get good at it, and then you can actually make your bed and move on, right? But you're going to have a morning routine. It is going to involve shaving your nasty face, drinking some water, making your bed, all things very standard across branches of service. Some mornings, you might go to PT at 5:30 in the morning. PT is physical training, going for a run, going for a hike, going for a whatever, before chow. Most mornings, you will probably do some level of training, information, whatever, and then you'll go to chow around 6:30. It'll probably be one or the other, but either you'll PT then chow or you'll chow then PT or whatever. But point being, that first little bit, 5:30 to 6:30, you're either PTing, and then if you PT'd first, you're going to come back, you're going to shower quickly. Oftentimes we just call this the wagon wheel, where you just run through the shower, you rinse off, is what it is, called a PT shower. You change into your uniform and you go to chow, or 5:30 to 6:30, you'll go to chow if you're going to be in the classroom all morning, right? So if it's a classroom day, chow then classroom. If it's a PT day, PT then chow, then whatever, right? You get the idea. So be a little flexible on that. And then you'll enter your training block, which is going to be from like 7 or 8 till 11 every morning. This might be classroom. This might be practical application. It's going to depend on the phase of training you're in. Some weeks, it'll be swim week, so you'll be swimming. Some weeks, it'll be range week, so you'll be learning to shoot. Some weeks, it'll be, the medical side of things, so you'll be learning basic medical stuff, right? Basic first aid crap, CPR, normal wounds, sucking chest wounds, or whatever, right? All of these things. You're going to march everywhere at recruit training. So you're going to just get in formation and march everywhere. Part of that is to get better at marching and drill. Part of that is just because they want to keep you all together and they want to be able to keep time from A to B. During these training blocks, you might be hiking. You might be doing obstacle courses. You might be doing pugil sticks. You might be doing martial arts. These training blocks are where the bulk of everything recruit training is going to happen. You're going to learn martial arts and combat stuff and range stuff and swimming and medical stuff and knowledge, just basic information about how the military works. It's all going to happen in these training blocks. 11 to 12 or 11 to 12:30 will be chow. Now, don't think, I get an hour and a half for chow. That's lovely. No, that's like to get everybody through the chow hall. We've all seen the recruit training videos. Chow is not a peaceful thing. It is go, 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 go. Stuff your face as fast as you can. Get out, get in formation. Go, 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 go. Everything is on a tight timeline, a crunched timeline. It is compressed. It is fast. And then you've got training block 2 from, say, 1300 to 1700, right? This is, again, going to be whatever the training is for that day and or week. A lot of classroom time in a lot of this stuff, especially basic, like early on. And then call it from 5 to 6:30, you've got evening chow block, right? And I should preface that during those training blocks is also where, like, if you have to go to medical. So, like, if you have a dental thing, like I got my wisdom teeth pulled at recruit training, that happened in the afternoon during a training block 2. And then I came in for evening chow. I actually missed evening chow and got to eat an MRE with my drill instructor. And then, you head into your evening routine. And then after the evening is usually like squad bay time. So this is going to be like time with your drill instructors, which is not always fun. Time with your senior drill instructor. So this stuff can be educational. It can also be making your bed, or as we call it in the Marine Corps, 2 sheets and a blanket. So you like hold your 2 sheets and your blanket out, you go make your bed, and then you come back and do it again. You go make your bed, you come back again. This could be packing your main rucksack, your pack. This could be any number of things happening during that time. This will include like your admin stuff, notes, whatever, maybe basic drill, IT sessions like individual training, like basic PT stuff, like if you messed up throughout the day. This will involve cleaning, whether that's cleaning the head, cleaning the, your rack, cleaning your rifle, cleaning your gear, whatever. This will also involve mail call, right? You're going to get letters from home, and this will be your chance to read them. And you kind of got to hope that nobody put stuff in there to mess with you, and the drill instructors are going to with you based on what's in your mail, right? So like hope nobody sends you condoms or nudes or whatever, because that stuff will get you all kinds of fun at the hands of your drill instructors, i.e. lots of push-ups. This will also be hygiene. So this will be your actual shower that evening, getting all your stuff ready. In the Marine Corps, we always drink a canteen before bed. And that enters like the 8:30 to 9 o'clock is your bedtime routine, right? So this is going to be, again, that shower shave. Like this is going to be the bathroom, the shower, the hygiene, the cleaning the bathroom after everyone's done in the bathroom. This will be changing into your green on green, right? Green shorts, green shirt, whatever your uniform is that you're going to sleep in that evening. This is you drink a full canteen before you go to bed. Yes, you're probably going to have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, but that's better than being dehydrated, right? They want to ensure that you are hydrated throughout the day. What better way than starting off with a 32-ounce canteen the night before to hydrate for the day ahead? Most military finance books are trash. The one I wrote actually helps service members and vets. So scan the QR code, click the link down below in the description, and grab your free PDF before you waste another paycheck. Let's call it 2100 is TAPS, right? TAPS, for those who do not know, is the evening song. And I'm sure you've heard TAPS, but it's the... For this, at least in the Marine Corps, you will be in the position of attention, head on your pillow, in bed, during TAPS, totally silent, not moving, just breathing, listening to TAPS. And then as soon as it's done, you'll go to sleep. And you will be so exhausted, you will most likely fall asleep very fast. As you go through recruit training, if it's warm enough, a lot of us actually slept on top of our racks so that we didn't have to worry about doing anything but like tightening the sheets in the morning because the bed was already made. There is a very good chance, maybe not every night, but on some nights for sure, that during the middle of the night, you are going to have Firewatch.
Dude, wake up. You got Firewatch.
Firewatch is learning the basics of duty and guarding a post. So throughout recruit training, you have 1 hour blocks where you are on Firewatch for your squad bay, right? And so you might get woken up in the middle of the night. Someone shakes you, hey, you have Firewatch. And they usually wake you up like 10 or 15 minutes before your Firewatch, enough time to put your camis back on, your full uniform, go to the bathroom, whatever, relieve the person for their post, you stand watch for an hour. Normally, well, at least when I went through recruit training, there'd be one person at the front of the squad bay on post doing duty. The other person would be a rover, so they would just be walking around the area, making sure everything was cool, everything was calm. This is less about whether there's actually any risk and more about teaching you guys how Firewatch works for when you're in an area where there might be a risk. During your Firewatch, it is not unusual for a drill instructor from another area to come through or your drill instructor to come in and communicate with you. You will then need to report your post, and it will look something like this. You'll be at the position of attention. You'll be in full uniform. Duty or Firewatch is like the only time you'll wear your cover, your hat, indoors because you'll have a duty belt on with like canteens, and that'll be kind of the exception here. So what'll happen is someone comes in, you're wearing your cover so you can salute indoors. It's the only time you can do it in the Marine Corps. It'll be like, snap, good evening, sir. Recruit Pere reports building number is all secure at this time. There is nothing unusual to report at this time, sir. And then they'll yell at you to do it louder or faster or whatever. They'll with you a little bit because they're trying to get you to learn how to do this, right? I've seen some goofy things to recruits who didn't understand how to report their post, right? Just silly things. Oftentimes, usually it's just making you repeat it time and time and time again until you get it right. So that's kind of the basics of like a day-to-day. It's really like wake up, PT chow, chow PT, training, chow, ready for bed, go to bed, start over. Sunday being the one day that's a little different because there'll be church in the morning and cleaning in the morning and like maybe an hour or two of like downtime to write letters or whatever. That's kind of it. Now, a couple of things that people do get wrong when they're thinking through what this looks like. Boot camp's not necessarily just exercise camp. It's more mental than anything. It's training. It's learning the ways of the military. It is breaking old habits that you had civilian side and instilling new habits. You're always being evaluated. Drill instructors pay very close attention. They know what you're good at, what you're bad at. They walk through this stuff with you. That's why there are leaders in recruit training. You might end up being the scribe who takes notes, or the guy who's in charge of the cleaning supplies, the janitor, whatever you want to call him. You might be the guide, which is like the person in charge of the platoon. You might be the assistant guide. You might be a platoon leader. You might be a squad leader. You might be whatever. You might get leadership roles at recruit training. You're always being evaluated on discipline, effort, whatever. And somewhere along all of this chaos, you'll start to stand a little taller. You'll start to be a little more confident. You'll start to grow. So look, if I had to sum it up, during recruit training, this is how you're going to feel. Tired, sore, stressed, sometimes homesick. You're learning to do hard things without complaining. And somewhere in the middle of the chaos, you're going to start standing a little taller, moving a little faster, talking a little sharper, thinking as a team. That's the transformation they're going for here. You're going to become a service member. That is a transformation. They break you down, they build you back up, right? Now, I should probably end this by saying, look, every branch of service is going to be a little bit different. This was my experience in the Marine Corps. There are a lot of similarities across branches. I'm not saying this is exactly what all of your days are going to look like, because they will vary. Also, it's been like 17, 18 years since I went through recruit training. Things have changed. But this is a basic overview to help you understand that it really is essentially wake up, chow, train, chow, go to bed. That's what boot camp looks like. As long as you don't quit, you got this. And let me just be one of the first to say, congratulations. Joining the military is a really good way to set yourself up for success. In life, financially, I think you're making a good choice. Now, when you join, use all of the benefits, use all of the opportunities, use all of the leadership, build yourself into a successful person, take all the opportunities, make the best of it. Best of luck, and thank you for your service. Semper Fi.